Well, MTN and its bankers have provided more documents that may reduce Nigeria's $8 billion claim. That's the word from Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Godwin Emefiele. Now, the central bank claimed in late August that MTN and 4 banks illegally repatriated money from Nigeria. It said the company should return $8 billion. The local regulator also fined the 4 banks, Standard Chartered, Citigroup, Stanbic and Diamond Bank, a combined $16 million. Emefiele says new information from MTN might help cut the size of the claim and resolve the matter amicably. On that news, MTN going by as much as 4% in the green. Well, MTN actually 2% in the red on that news. Well, the rand is taking a hit following reports that Finance Minister Nene asked President Cyril Ramaphosa to fire him. It comes after he told the state capture inquiry last week about his meeting with the Guptas. The rand is 1% weaker or thereabouts against the US dollar compared to overnight levels. And the worry is that it's edging closer to that psychological 15 rand mark against the greenback. Earlier, some analysts had said the saga around Nene's meetings with the Guptas would have a less severe effect on the currency compared to his 2015 axing by then-President Jacob Zuma. They believed institutions like the Treasury were more politically vulnerable back in December 2015 when Nene was replaced with little-known MP Des van Rooyen. Well, the likelihood of the finance minister's resignation is growing. Attention is now focused on who's likely to replace him should he quit. But some business leaders are calling the move to be more circumspect. Here's Banking Association and Nedbank Chairman Mike Brown.
Well, certainly I can give you a personal view. I don't think there is a formal BSA view on that right now. But, you know, I think right now what you've got is information emerging. I think what's really important is what happened in those meetings. We still don't yet know. Did anything come out of those meetings that in itself was corruption? I don't think it is problematic in its own right just having met the Guptas. But what happened in those meetings will be absolutely vital. And certainly what South Africa doesn't need is to go through a process where effectively all the good guys resign as a result of meetings that they had, and the bad guys are left sitting on the sidelines without any consequences.
Well, that's Nedbank CEO and Banking Association Chairman Mike Brown there. Global markets are in the red today, and the JSE is following suit. Investor fears of higher US interest rates, global protectionism, and emerging market weakness, as well as Italian budgets. That budget and a row around it sent equities sharply weaker in October, and that continues. The JSE more than about 0.5% down. Banks and retailers being hit hard as the rand weakens against the US dollar. Your commodity shares, well, platinum and diversified miners taking a hammering today, with platinum miners, look at that, almost a percentage point down. The commodity prices, well, on that front, the oil price, that's taking center stage. Look at that, 1.5% or thereabout lower. And the thing is, it's moving further away from that $85 mark, which is encouraging. The U.S. saying it may grant waivers to sanctions against Iran's oil exports next month. And Saudi Arabia is said to be replacing any potential shortfall from Iran. So both those moves are taking away supply fears, hence the oil price in that stage or level. When we look at the rand, well, the rand has clawed back some of its losses against the US dollar on the back of those news reports on the finance minister Nene, but still sitting at 14 rand 86 cents against the US dollar, 17 rand 6 cents against the euro, 19 rand 37 cents against the British pound. All right, and we'll get more insight on how the debacle around the finance minister is affecting markets. That's coming up in the next hour. This is ENCA Now.